Hey guys, welcome to another classic movie review presented by me, Zachary Morales. Just three things I have to say before I get started with the movie review. First off, don't hate me for this, but I've never seen this movie. Oh my god, Zach, you've never seen Psycho. I know. Stop sending me hate mail, even though you didn't know I didn't never seen Psycho. But don't send me any hate mail. Second of all, I'm going to use this channel to kind of watch any movies I haven't seen classically. I don't know what movie I'm going to watch next week, but it's probably going to be from the 60s or 70s, and then we're going to make our way up to the 2000s. Thirdly, I cannot go see Inappropriate Comedy tonight because they're not playing it in one of my theaters, so I'm going to be seeing Olympus Has Fallen, the movie I was supposed to see last week, but I didn't get to because AMC Theaters was being a douche. Don't be a douche. Alright, so let's get right on to the movie review. My second classic movie review, we're going to be reviewing the movie Psycho. A movie set in the 1960s, well, 1960, starring Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh, and some other characters. I can't remember the top name of the actors. What do I think of this movie? Oh my god, I am beating myself up for not seeing this movie every day of my life now. Because this is honestly one of the best horror movies and best psychological thrillers I've ever seen. And I'm so disappointed in myself for calling myself a movie buff, but I've never seen Psycho. And I'm going to be beating myself up a lot because a lot of movies in the upcoming weeks I've never seen. But I don't send any hate mail. I'm going to be getting to them. And if you have a movie that you want me to watch, that you haven't seen, think I haven't watched, comment below. Let me know. What movie do you want me to review for you guys? So yes, let's get on to the review. Anthony Perkins played Norman Bates, who was, oh my god, perfect in this role. You have Janet Leigh playing Marion, perfect. Whoever played Sam was great in this movie. Who played Lily, the private investigator, everybody who played in this movie was perfect. The directing was absolutely flawless. I love Alfred Hitchcock movies, and I'm so disappointed that I did not see this movie, knowing that I love Alfred Hitchcock. He's a great inspiration because I want to get into film one day, and hopefully I do. That's another thing I have to mention. I'll mention it at the end of the video, but that this movie was directed flawlessly. Do I have any cons with this movie? If it's a small con, but the ending of this movie I thought was really rushed. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see it drawn out, but I don't know. Alfred Hitchcock is such a mastermind. I can see why he did it. People have a short attention span now. More than they did back in the day, and I don't know if he knew, but I think he kind of guessed people in the future would have a smaller attention span. So people like me, I appreciate the fact, but I'm a guy that wanted to see The Dark Knight Rises go a little bit longer, like two hours, maybe even an hour longer, but yeah, that's just me. But that's the only problem I have with this movie. Other problems people might have with this movie, jump scares, there was a lot of them, not a lot, but there was a couple that I felt were unneeded, but they added to the movie, and I'm glad they were put in. The black and white aspect of this movie, people might be turned off by it. I wasn't. I loved it. I think it added a lot to the movie. The score was fantastic. I think adding to the whole jump scare thing, it just added whenever anybody got killed. It freaked me out. And I'm sitting in bed last night watching this, and it's creeping me out how well he's scaring me. And I've never been scared like this before in really any movie, except for maybe Halloween. This is the movie that started the craze of horror movies that came out in the 70s and the 80s, like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. It started all this, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It started all this, and it's the perfect starting point, and I don't think any movie has matched it ever since. And that's coming from a guy that loves Halloween, the first one, not the remake, the original. And I think this is better than that. I can't believe I'm saying that because I've loved Halloween for so long. That movie scared the crap out of me as a kid. But Psycho, it's more of a psychological thriller and a horror movie that it freaked me out internally because there's a scene in this movie. I don't want to spoil anything. I'll probably put just know now I'm spoiling stuff. But if you don't want to watch this, just skip ahead. I'll go like this when I'm done spoiling the movie. I'm going to be talking about the one part in particular and then the ending. So if you don't want to know, close your ears and then come back when I go like that. Okay? So it's probably like the middle of the movie. Marion and Norman are meeting and they're having dinner together. And Marion is talking to Norman about why she left Phoenix and everything. But there's this one quote that I think has become one of the most famous quotes in movie history. It's she's talking to him and she asks him, "Why don't you do you have any friends?" And he's like, I do. I have one friend. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know if this is exactly what he says. And he's like, a boy's best friend is his mother. And being close to my mother like I am, it struck a chord, and I'm just like, wait, what's going to happen to this movie now? What's going to happen with him and his mother? And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then you hear him and his mother fighting, and I'm just like, this movie's going to get more interesting. And the entire build up to the ending, which you find out Norman's mother is dead, it freaks you out. And then you find out he's pretending to be the mother, his obsession with anybody going after her. It's just amazing, and I loved it. The ending of this movie, after you find out what's wrong with Norman, after you find out the mother's dead, and then you find out he's built up a split personality. It's the mother's personality trying to take over Norman's body, and you find out from the psychiatrist that she's finally won. She's finally taken over, and she's become Norman, the personality. And you find out that the mother was killed by Norman when he found out she was with a lover. He thought he was taking over for him, so she ends up killing both of them. And then he takes on the personality, and then at the end, you see Norman in a room. I don't know what kind of room it is, probably a jail cell. But you see him just sitting there. And the mother's taken over. And she's looking down. She sees a fly. She's like, the voice creeped me out. She's like, I'm not going to even swat this fly. They're not even going to see me kill something. They're not going to believe that I actually did this. And you're just sitting there, you're thinking like, holy crap. Oh my god, this movie creeped the freak out of me. And I'm so glad I watched this. I want to thank everybody for recommending this movie. This movie was perfect. I watched this because I saw the Bates Motel TV show, and I love the show now. I'm hooked off. Only one episode. I'm hooked off of it. And it got me curious to watch this movie, and I'm so glad I did. Perfect movie. The only part I had a problem with was the ending. It should have been drawn out more, but I understand why they did it. Rating-wise, I'd give it a must-see. It's a flawless movie. I loved everything about it. If you don't like the black and white aspect, still give it a chance. It's a great movie. I love black and white movies. I love 12 Angry Men. That was a great example of a great movie. But I might review that. That's actually a movie I might review next. But yeah, guys, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about it. If you've seen Psycho, if you haven't, I would suggest seeing it. But tell me what you thought about Psycho. Did you like it? What didn't you like it? Give me a video response. Tell me what you thought about the movie and my review. Leave this video a thumbs up so I can... It helps me out, guys. It really does. Subscribe if you enjoy my movie reviews. Tomorrow or Saturday, I will be getting out my Olympus Has Fallen review. Excuse me. I forgot to do that, but if you've gone already, you probably don't want to watch this review. But I'm Zach. I'll see you guys next time with my review of Olympus Has Fallen. Alright, see you guys next time.